Oh, hello, beautiful people. Another week. Another week done. Feels like the end of the year is just coming so quickly. How do you all feel about that? I'm excited to start a new year this year. I'm excited about it. So this week on our energy reading, card reading, so we're going to be using the Treasures from Takashi cards, and maybe we'll pick a couple of tarot cards as well. So this week, I just went to the Most Divine, by the way, Most Divine Women's Circle in Nimbin yesterday. I came home with my heart so full, and just experiencing and being with women in a circle lights me up. So that was really divine and beautiful. And the main thing that showed up in that, so I'm sure it will come along with the theme this week, was wholeness for me. It was wholeness about, that life can actually change now because I've brought all my parts back. So I noted this morning, I had a big cry this morning when I realized that my little girl can actually feel what she needs to feel, and she doesn't have to, as I would do like for years past. I would always be looking for something to be wrong. Always looking over my shoulder, and it was a real hassle for her. She was heavy and she was sad, and she didn't want to live like that, and she didn't want it to be hard. So she's now gets to be in with the whole crew of me, all of my parts, and she gets to actually feel now. She gets to feel through all of that. So who knows what she's going to do? I'm sure she's going to play a lot more. So that feels really beautiful and exciting too. So yeah, just noting things that are happening for you. Like, what did you do on the weekend? Drop it in the comments. What did you do that felt like it was nourishing for you? What did you do that was around self-care for you? What was something that was growing you this weekend? And if you didn't do anything that was growing you, why not? Why not? Question yourself why you did not do that. Yeah, connection just fell out. So, like, how did you connect with self? But it might be like, for me, I connected with women, which meant I was connecting with my woman, which I was connecting to my true divine self in there and in sacred space around that. Who likes sacred space? Who loves going into that sacred space of self and others? Some people don't like doing group things. Some people like to just do that for themselves. Doesn't matter which way you do it, just do it. Okay, what do we need? How do we get it? And what is stopping us for this week? Let's see what's happening. What do we need? How do we get it? And what's stopping us? Love it. Okay, so what do we need? Humor. We forget about humor when we're doing the work, the inner stuff. Sometimes we can forget about humor because it can be hectic. When you're going into self, it can be quite hectic, and you can wonder where the humor is in all of that at the time. But there is humor around for us. So see the funny side of life. Laugh at yourself. Laughter is love. Learn your life's lesson with laughter, and you'll travel your path with a light and happy heart. Release melancholy, heaviness, and practicality in favor for good, clean fun and laughter. Enjoy the time with friends. Let your spirit soar. So the main part that I heard in there, laughter is love. So we can either navigate life through love or through fear and everything in between, but it's either love or fear, the essence of. So if we're coming from love, the experience that we can have is a lot lighter. It is a lot easier on us than coming from fear. Fear is related to a lot of lower energies, denser energies, heavier energies, and love is lighter and fluffier, and we can see through the clouds a lot easier than if we're down in the dumps about it. So, and it also, the either or also gives us where we're going to come from in life. So I always say, even if you feel like you're down in the depths, even if you're in sadness, find the highest part of that sadness, because that means you're adding a little bit of love to it. Find the highest part of the sadness, so you're adding a little bit of love to it. and find the highest part of sadness and add a little bit of love to it so that it can keep rising, that you can move through it with love, even though you're feeling quite down about that. So humor, finding humor in everything, and find the people around you that make you laugh, that give you that tingle inside, you know, like who is that? And maybe you need a coffee date, or maybe you need a walk on the beach, or whatever it is for you, just finding that thing. Or like for me, my grandkids, just I laugh, consistently laugh when they're around, and that lightens me up. So what is the humor? What do you need? Humor, lightening up, finding the highest part of everything that you're doing throughout this week so that you're adding a little bit of love to it. And what do you need? How do you get it? Self. You're the only one that can give it to you. Yes, you might find some friends that make you laugh or whatever, but ideally you're laughing because you're laughing. You're finding that humor because you're finding that humor. You're living from love because you're choosing to live from love. So self, you need to acknowledge that it's you that creates this space and how you feel in every moment. So that's so divine and beautiful. The self remains true. The self remains pure. Your ego may be trying to take you away from the knowing of your whole self. This is it for me. This is where the wholeness comes in, that you stay in your whole self, that you acknowledge all parts of you so that you can, I say my kingdom, you know, when everyone's in my kingdom, everyone is heard, everyone is felt, everyone is allowed to express, to be there, to have a voice. And so this is what I hear in this. Do not be troubled. Do not be misled. And especially from the outside of you. Yourself is totally unlimited and guided by your heart and soul, by love. All you need to do is listen and trust yourself. Trust deeply in yourself. If you're not going to, who is? If you're not going to bring all your parts together and so that you have support within yourself, instead of, we've lone rangered over the years, we've had trauma and we've split all of our parts off and we've been running that part by themselves, and then we'll run over to this part and then we'll run that part by themselves, and now it's time to bring that family back together, to bring that unit back together, that union of self back together, so that we're not doing this by ourselves. We're actually fulfilled within ourselves. We're actually walking together within ourselves. So when we need support, yes, we can ask outside of ourselves, but ideally we know that support's within us. So my little girl this morning, that brought me to tears, just needed that stronger part of me to say, hey, that mother part of me also came in to say, hey, and I like my hair being brushed. And so, we were just brushing her hair and say, what would you like to do today? Do you know what? You don't have to look for all the things that are wrong today. How would that be? What would you like to do? And what can we create? And all of those things. And by me, you know, that motherly part of me being caring, that stronger part of me saying, hey, I'm taking that on for you now. You don't have to do that. So there's this whole like beautiful connection and beautiful grace that can come through you when you work together with self. So what's in your way this week is listening. Now it's time to listen to your intuition, to your inner parts. Slow down and quieten the mind clutter. Listen to your own words and ensure that you are using positive language, keeping it up high. When you hear others, make sure you really listen to what is being said. And remember to listen to more than just the words. Listen to your world with your heart, coming from love. Coming from love, people. So if you're not doing this, you're going to hear wherever you're resonating. If you're resonating down in the dumps and down in that low energies, you're going to hear what that is. And a lot of the time, that is not very nice and not very fun. If you're listening from love, you'll hear it differently. You'll feel it differently. You'll be able to react differently. So the listening is really important. The listening is being very present. Like, are you listening right now? Are you taking the time to listen for yourself? Or are you already thinking, quick, I wish this had finished. I've got to go and do the dishes. Take the time to listen. Everything that I'm saying is for you. It's from you. I am just a part of you. It's from you. So are you listening, deeply listening to self? And we can get some beautiful messages when we're listening, deeply listening, and listening from love, listening from the highest part of ourselves. We can get some incredible messages. We get a lot of messages down here too, but they're probably not going to guide us in the place that we want to be, where we deserve to be, and really truly owning our worth in all of that. So this week, bringing ourselves together, having a good laugh, coming from the highest part of self, acknowledging self, that all these parts have been out there. If you need help bringing those parts back to you, this is my forte. This is what I love to do for people, is help you to empower yourself to go and find all those parts and start bringing them back to the fold and just embodying all of you. So if you need extra help with that, we can get on a call and work through all of that. What else do I need to share with you this week? And again, readings, if you want sacred readings and channeled messages that come through me for you, that's another way that you can work through this and can gather all your pieces again. You can go for a walk with yourself. That's another way that you can gather all of your pieces and laugh at self when something happens and you wreck something or something. You're just like, here we go. Just have a good laugh. It lightens it up. You clean up the space. If you've spilt the milk, as they say, you can clean it up and have a good laugh. So that's what this week is about, is finding all of those parts. Let's just see. We'll pick one little card from a couple of cards from the tarot and see what wants to jump out to us. So let me know if you can hear this, if you're listening to this, that you can actually grow yourself a lot just by listening, just by deeply hearing yourself. All right, yeah, beautiful. Okay, so we got the sun upside down. So the sun is the yes card. You know, when it's like this, the sun is the yes card. So what it's saying, you need to say yes to yourself so that you can flip this back around. You need to say yes to yourself. You need to, when you're resonating from those higher places, this is the yes card. When you're resonating from there, this is the sun. This is the sun card. So the yes needs to flip around by you acknowledging self and bringing a bit of humor and a bit of a higher resonance to self. And that means you can have the Queen of Pentacles. She's there. She's rich. She's ready to have it all. So you can have it. You just need to say that. If there's something that you want, you can have it. Gift it to yourself. Yes, you can have it. I can this week. Everything that you do, I can, and enjoy the treasures, enjoy the nourishment, enjoy being human. Have an incredible week. Mwah.